developer contributions are fair? Yes or no, and why?
No, they've not been fair and the system has been exploited. However, the rates are being reviewed, so hopefully they're being reset to a fair level. Going forward, development contribution rates should be reviewed more regularly, not set and forget for 3 years, and they should have an expiry date, so there is no stocking up on cheap rates and not using them for many years. You have to use them within, say, 18 months, or otherwise the new rates apply.
How do you feel about the new urban design for Lincoln Township, in particular the main street?
That'd be terrible.
The plan is over a decade out of date, and the whole town is a different place now to what it was planned for. We need to revisit the costs, if we can, and clarify what is long overdue maintenance and what is the new town plan, and relook at it.
What areas of council culture are you aware of that you feel could be improved?
No, deafness. Did everyone hear that answer?
I missed it.
Deafness.
What are your top 3 environmental concerns?
Number one, definitely water. I think water is really important for us and we need to protect it as best we can. The other environmental concern is the rivers and the sedimentation of those and how we work around that to stop our stormwater issues. And the third one for me is actually waste, because we have a massive waste stream here because we're one of the fastest growing regions. One of the biggest waste streams is actually construction, and as a council we should be doing something about that and making sure that we're actually forcing that on our developers and our developments.
Yeah. From previous experience, the statements of intent written by candidates on their profile sheets leading up to elections have not been honoured. How do the ratepayers know they can trust you to do what you have said and not keep pushing other projects ahead of these?
If we want to reduce rate rises, tough choices need to be made. Otherwise, be upfront, even when that is hard to hear. You know, at the moment, I'm someone who stands behind what I say I'm going to do. At the moment, I'm working with the Taitapu Residents Association, working through some of their road safety issues, and I'm advocating for them in their community with council. And I honour those commitments.
What is your position on the upper Selwyn huts?
Well, I understand the climate risks and all, but no, definitely not. I do not agree with, from a humane perspective, you cannot just take people out and put it, you know, this is where they've lived for a very long time. You can't just decide how you're going to go out, that's it, figure it out. So I don't agree with it. I think you need to give residents enough time and extend there. And so yeah, I'm with the Selwyn residents on this.
Should local halls be run by the community or by council?
I think it should be a partnership, led by the community and supported by the council. Communities have successfully managed halls for generations, and if there are still volunteers willing to help, the council should be grateful. However, we don't want to get into the situation of the Taitapu Library, a volunteer library run library open to Selwyn library members, whereby the council consider that it being owned by a community trust is like it being privately owned, so they're withdrawing their funding.
How do you feel about parking warden fines in our small towns such as Lincoln, Leeston and Rolleston?
Well, I think they're a bit like a bad genie that has been let out of the bottle and about to go out of control, to be honest, and it's only the start. the whole issue of space for parking, fines for what and where and why needs to be looked at, as the public have lost faith in the council.
What is your number one issue facing Selwyn District right now?
Deafness.
Sorry. What are your thoughts on high density housing?
Deafness.
I grew up in a very dense city. There is a place for high density and there is a place for rural life, and I invite communities to organize themselves and come and tell the council what you think. So don't wait for Rolliston to come and tell you how you should live. Come and tell Rolliston, and I will keep my ear open for that.
What? I'm not repeating these. What other what areas of the council culture you've had that one? Okay. What about the top 3 environmental concerns? Right, I'll ask this one. How do you feel about the new urban design for Lincoln Township, in particular the main street?
I really like on the picture how the tractors are breaking the rules and driving down the centre median barrier. Quite frankly, it probably needs a refresh because Lincoln's grown exponentially since that was designed. It's a great start for 10, but I think the community needs to be re-engaged and we need to get on with it, to be completely fair. If we re-engage with the community, took the plan back to the community and made some minor changes, then I think we could actually come a long way.
What is your position on the upper Selwyn huts?
Nobody can help but to be moved by what has been going on down there. Incredibly tough for all of the residents of Selwyn huts. You know, council must ensure that residents have got a full picture of the risks so that they can make informed decisions, and the final outcome needs to be a secure long-term plan for the Selwyn huts residents, developed together with council.
I think I'm going to make this the last one because I've lost track of my questions. Should local homes be run by the community or by council?
I think a hybrid model would be good. So Aaron touched on it. I think a partnership, absolutely. I think that's what makes sense. So give day-to-day operations for the community to run, but also support from council is really important.